I'm going to take you through a SERU mock test on a replica of a official software that TfL uses to take your test. So we'll take you through 37 questions. So let's start. In regard to private hire driver license and carrying out bookings for a London private hire operator that is also licensed by TfL, you need to be licensed by whom? It's TfL, isn't it? Because TfL is the authority, and also the answer is hidden in the question itself. Okay, so if your operator is licensed by TfL, then your license definitely need to be by TfL as well. Second question is, as a London PHV driver, you can only carry out ride sharing bookings that you have received from home and licensed London operator, not your local council operator, not TfL. Your TfL doesn't offer that service for private hire. As a London PHV driver, from whom you can accept a booking, any operator regardless of the location, any operator that uses a licensed London PHV operator. So again, question changes in many different ways so that you are able to answer them as they come. We have got 15 of certain these type of question sets which can help you get ready for your test. To protect you as a driver, you should make sure that your operator has given you the booking details such as what? The passenger's name, pickup point and destination. What must be your age to apply for a London PHV driver license? 21 or above is the answer. In regard to safe driving, PHV driver need to keep a careful watch on the roads at all times and be able to interact safely with whom? With all or other road users, including those who are vulnerable, such as pedestrians, cyclists, and motorcyclists. What should you do if the passenger is visually impaired and ask you to guide them to the vehicle? Visually impaired, as we understand, if they're blind or partially blind. Stand by the person's side and allow them to take hold of your arm, elbow, so you can guide the customer along. Both of them looks quite similar, and then the difference is here. You allowing them to hold, and this is why it says that you are holding them, which is not allowed. You're not supposed to do. If license disc fixed to a PHB is lost, stolen, or damaged, the vehicle owner should contact TfL within what time period? It's immediately, because without a disc you cannot continue to work. What ride sharing can potentially introduce some safety risk for passenger. This is when someone find out about your personal information. In regard to bookings, you are not allowed to pick up people on the street and or at stations or airports, including the street outside your operator, unless they have done what? They have booked you through a licensed operator. Remember, TfL doesn't do any such booking. So as soon as you say TfL for this kind of questions, and you will straight away you know that that's a wrong answer. If TfL investigates complaint that relates to you, they will provide you with the details of the complaints and ask for your comments. Which one of the following you should do? Respond to the complaint and any other necessary inquiries made by TfL as soon as you have the opportunity to do so. So if you don't do it, TfL will make a decision based on the information they have in hand. That means the decision can go against you. If you cannot reduce the risk of violence and you are not able to calm a situation, which one of the following you should not do? So these are the questions you need to be really careful about, because this is asking you to select the wrong answer, something that you should not do in this kind of a situation. So these are the three, and the purpose of this question is that you remember these ones. So if the question changes and if any of these come, then you can answer it. Drive fast and reach home as soon as possible. This is something you should not do under any circumstances. Once a PHB has been licensed, to whom the vehicle license is given to. Remember, the license is issued on the name of the register keeper or the owner of the vehicle. You should never accept a booking from an unlicensed operator. What can you do if you are in any doubt? If you are in any doubt about a booking, so you should not call TfL, call the police, ask your operator. Yeah, you should ask your operator about for the license number and check the details using the license checker tool that is available on TfL website. So that's easier. This is a public service. According to the law, a child is a person under the age of 18. All children are vulnerable to harm and abuse because of what? Because of their age they are unable to protect themselves and that depends on the adults to be protected. To protect you as a driver, you should discuss with your operator how they can help protect you from what? The possibility of aggressive and violent behavior by a passenger, not by your neighbor. If you have any problem with your neighbor, you should go to the police. Which vehicles need to pay the ULS charge unless exempt? These are the ones: cars, motorcycle, vans, and specialist vehicle up to and including 3.5 tons and minibuses up to 5 tons. Because this is a question from outside the handbook. Which one of the following is correct in regard to unacceptable behavior? You should make comments or jokes about someone's age and race. There is nothing called unacceptable behavior. You should never make comments or jokes about someone's age, race, religion, disability, sexual orientation, and gender identity. All this characteristic that is protected by the Equality Act. Who is responsible for making sure that all children under 14 years of age wear seatbelts and sit in an approved child car seat? Driver. The drivers are responsible for this. Private hire drivers can stop to pick up and drop a passenger in many areas where there are rules in place to limit waiting or stopping. Which one of the following is not one of them? Again, they were asked to select the one which is not correct, where you cannot do. Yeah, so please do follow the question very carefully. So bus lanes, you can. Single and double yellow lines, you can. In places where loading is not allowed, you can pick up, drop off in all these places. Zigzag lines, you can never ever stop, wait, pick up or drop off at any point. In regards to safer driving, as a PhD driver, what are you expected to be fully aware of and obey? The opening and closing time of all light. No, that's not the one. The rules of the road as explained in the highway code. In regard to, so this is where it changes to two answers, and we were told by many people who have done their exams that you got previous questions we have shown you have got 1 point each. This is 2 point each. In regard to disabled and older passenger, which one of the following are correct? It could be as simple as facing them. It's about assisting them. Can say the lips as you speak and speak loudly and clearly if they have problem hearing you. That's one. Always be ready to give disabled and older passengers some help. That's two. It does not include writing this. It does include. So this does not make it wrong answer. So it's asking me to select two answers. So I must select two answers. In regard to reducing possible problems with ride sharing, which one of the following you should do? Let them know if you have to change the predicted route to or pick up new passenger during the journey. Confirm with each separate passenger that they have booked a ride share as soon as you pick them up. These are the two. It's not a good idea to say that if the passenger is uncomfortable. It is a good idea. Make sure the passenger does not know the cost. They should know the cost. So these are the two are the correct answers. If you're asked to select the incorrect one, then obviously you just look at the wording and decide accordingly. So now comprehension. Please, you should read the statement below and then find the correct answer. The technique we use easier is first read the answer options, and some of them will clearly make sense to you based on common sense. So you can easily answer them. Like for example, it is important to read any letters you receive from. It is not important. So this is chapter number 2. So it is not important to read any letters, but it is important to read. So that's first one is gone. I don't even have to have a look at up there. It is important that you read any letters you receive from TfL or the manufacturer carefully. TfL or the manufacturer will never write to you. So you can match them. So try and find this information. TfL has information vehicle you're driving. You are registered keeper of the vehicle and may write to you to explain that what you need to get your vehicle fixed. You should always follow the instruction in the letter. Now, when a vehicle is being used as a PHB, the exemption notice must be carried by the private hire operator. Operator is not in the car. Common sense is gone. When a vehicle is being used as a PHB, the exemption notice must be carried by the driver if one has been issued. You can use a vehicle for private hire purposes if the license disc is missing or damaged. So let's see. So last one is gone. You cannot drive without a disc unless exempt. And in these cases, you will receive an exemption notice which you, the driver, must carry at all time. Must carry at all time by the driver. So that's the answer. Now, ride sharing is when people travel at different times. There is nothing called ride sharing. Ride sharing is when people travel with someone they do not know. Suppose ride sharing might happen. For example, two people have a similar route to and from work and travel a similar time. They may choose to book a ride sharing PHB and travel with someone they do not know. Ride sharing is when people travel with someone they do not know. Okay, moving on. In the exemption notice must be kept. Notice keep at home. The driver must carry the given exemption notice at all times when the vehicle is being used as a PHB. A copy of the exemption notice must be given to your PHB operator. The driver exemption notice must carry at all times the vehicle is being used as a PHB. So the one in the middle is the right answer. The license disc will be fixed to the front windscreen of the vehicle. PHB license lasts for 2 years. PHB must run the licensing inspection before new license can be issued. So, the register keeper is given license discs will be fixed to the front and rear. Front and rear. So, this is wrong answer. PHB license lasts for 2 years, 1 year. So, this is 2 years wrong answer. You must have another licensing inspection before a new license. These are the only option left. So, that's the correct answer. Now, fill in the blanks where most of the people have their problems with fill in the blanks, and we see how we can do it. And it has also changed, as you can see. Comes with 2 or 3 words missing in a gap. So if your passenger is an unaccompanied child, what should you know? Make sure your operator knows and that you know the name of the adult who will be meeting the child at the end of the journey. That one done. Ride sharing is when people who do not, because you're referring to more than one, who do not know each other and pay separate. Fare is paid by 2 people, so fare is plural. And travel together. Look at this. Before and are, the form of the sentence will remain the same. So if it says pay, verb, travel. Not traveling, yeah? It wouldn't change. Okay. Once a PHB has been licensed, the register keeper is given a vehicle license, and license disc will be, not maybe, will be fixed to the rear, front and the rear of the vehicle. Middle of the sentence, you cannot have a capital unless it's a noun. Okay, so beginning of the sentence again is missing, so we'll look for something with capital. So this is the only option we have got. If you work for a PHB operator who offers ride sharing services, you should talk to them about ride sharing training for PHB drivers, as that operator should provide this. Operator should provide this. Now, again, the beginning of the sentence is missing, so this is the only one. You cannot use a vehicle for private hire purposes if the license discs are missing. Discs, plural, are missing, have been badly damaged, and their appearance. For this type of answer, you should know a little bit of the handbook. Criminal exploitation is known as county lines, not country lines. A lot of people put country lines for some reason, I don't know why. When the gangs and organized crime groups, it is impossible. It is possible. So it's between one of them. Yeah, ride sharing might happen. It is possible that ride sharing might happen. For example, when 2 people have 2 people, it's referring to 2, so it's plural, have a similar route to and from work and travel. Again, same thing. From this, what is the verb? When 2 people have a similar route to and from and travel at similar time. Work and travel at the similar, so the form of the verb will remain the same. Work, travel, same. The license disc, security feature. Larsen disk, disk plural, so it will be contain not with S. Contain security feature, which means the disk will be permanently damaged if you try to remove them. If you try to remove them. Okay, this is the last one. A passenger may book a ride-sharing journey by mistake if you stoop to collect a second passenger. It's talking to one person, so a passenger, and first passenger was not one person. It's referring to one person, so was not expecting you to do so. Expecting you to, it could result in an argument. So let's see how we have done it. Oh, that's a good 100%. This is done in real time. So this is the process you can review as well. So if you found this video useful, then definitely make sure to share it, like it, comment on it, and also do subscribe to our channel, and we'll be posting more videos like this. We do provide training for SERU assessment, topographical assessment, and many more for a very affordable price. So do get in touch with us on the number on the screen. Best just text us, call us, whichever way you want to. Feel free to contact with us. We do speak Bangla, English, Urdu, and Hindi. These are the languages we support at the moment, and we are planning to add more languages. And if you do want access to this software, which replicates the exam software, do get in touch. Again, you can have access to it for a very reasonable price. Thank you very much for your time. And